Moving more towards internal council matters at the moment. So there was one incident that played out quite publicly in the public forum. That was the Amye Un saga. So we actually had her on the podcast to give her side of events. Some people think you might have treated her unfairly, but that may not be the case according to you. Where are things at? Has that now been resolved, or was it just a complete misunderstanding? What's your take on it, Con?
It's unfortunately that this happened, and unfortunately, Amye Un has to bear the blame.
Okay.
The situation was, and Amye Un was warned not to act in a way she acted, otherwise she found herself in a breach of code of conduct.
Okay.
She warned by two councillors, myself and another councillor. She didn't listen to us. She proceeded with that. And then she proceeded to put a complaint against us that we breached the code of conduct. The situation reached the NTCAT.
Mm-hmm.
NTCAT decided that the Lord Mayor did not breach the code of conduct. The Lord Mayor simply responded to her accusation and everything else.
Okay.
Then, unfortunately, Ms. Un decided she had a dispute with an altercation with the members of the staff.
Right.
Members of the staff.
Is that the executive side of the
yes,
council?
Which council has nothing to do with it.
Right.
Council put a formal complaint to the CEO. The CEO, under the provisions of the Act, has to act. And Amye Un was given a trespassing order for 12 months, which was then expanded for another 12 months.
Okay.
It can be easily resolved because Amye Un had 19 complaints for breach of code of conduct.
Say 19.
19. And she was found that she breached the code of conduct in most of them.
Okay.
With clear advice by NTCAT and the panel that she should seek reconciliation, she should apologize, she should put in her Facebook page an apology and the facts. Unfortunately, she has done any of them.
Okay.
Now, also she uses her Facebook to attack me personally and the CEO personally. Now, I ignore it. It's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
She's already been found breach of code of conduct. The problem we've got is the legislation in territory. It's so weak that she's actually have done all these things, found a breach of code of conduct, and there's nothing neither the council can do or the department can do. In other jurisdictions, a person who breaches a code of conduct is fined or it's suspended as a council for a period of time, and in some serious circumstances been thrown out of council. Here, nothing. There's nothing in the legislation. There were some monetary provisions before, fines. The previous government removed them, and that left now. And this is, we are not the only one. We've got the same situation in other councils with some rogue councillors. But they realized there's nothing they can do. We've got a situation in one council that all the councillors can actually put a complaint against one councillor, and they will not be in the same room with that person, and they put a trespassing order.
So is that where the trespassing order comes in, or is because there's no other recourse? Is that?
Well, trespassing orders if the staff says that I've been threatened feel threatened by the behavior of a particular person.
Yeah.
The CEO has no alternative but to take action. And trespassing orders is that you can't be in a council property. Councils still can attend meetings via online, but they can't go to council, so they don't interact with the staff.
Okay. Do you put it down to being a misunderstanding over language? Because we had her in and she said that, look, I speak English as a fifth or sixth language even. Or do you sort of see it as that not being the case? She knew what she was doing and did it anyway?
I would accept that one if it happened once or twice or three times, but it's been going now for 2 years.
Right.
I've got English second language, but I'm very careful what I put in Facebook, and I'm very careful when I make allegations against other people. For the simple reason is, and if you are not sure, you can always ask somebody else. The problem is when she asked for advice, advice was given, she chose not to follow the advice.
Right.
I'm pretty sure now that I'm going to have to copy it in her Facebook page because I publicly said what happened.
Right.
And but I said to you before, I don't care. So we reached now a stage that everybody in council very unhappy.
So the fastest way you think that this comes to resolution if she
does what has been requested
culpability and apologizes.
There are clear instructions by the panel. They assessed the breach of code of conduct
Mm-hmm.
and by the Northern Territory Administrative Tribunal.
Okay.
The only thing the council and every other council has to do is comply with these requirements. If easy, very easy to comply with the requirements, follow what the NTCAT and the panel said,
Mm-hmm.
and I think there will be a solution there. Oh, the easiest one is stop putting stupid things in your Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever does things Facebook, because they stay there forever
Mm-hmm.
and they chase you forever.
Sure. Is there a way that we might be able to prevent this from happening again by maybe strengthening counsellor inductions or something like that? Like, really, is there a process
This
like
is
that in place, or
this is one of the requirements put to her by the NTCAT and the tribunal. She has to do training.
okay?
She has done any training yet.
But is there a process like that currently in place for counsellors? Is that something
We,
that you could look to?
as a president, I'm the president of the Local Government Association of the Northern Territory. Because this is not an issue faced by Darwin only, but faced by many councils in the territory,
Mm-hmm.
we, as Legan, approached the minister and we have said enough is enough. If we are going to have a functioning local government territory and to maintain a good name for the people that put their hands up to be councils, there have to be some recourse. We cannot have people that come into council, they create problems and divisions
Mm.
and be there doing all the time without any uh, recourse.
Mm-hmm.
Minister gave his word that he is going to look, and I understand the department now is looking into the current provisions of the legislation and how they can strengthen it. So, if somebody does something and found out by the panel
Mm-hmm.
through a process
Sure.
that they breached the code of conduct or did anything else, there can be an avenue for either the department or the council to take action.
Okay.
This is not going to be resolved.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you how strong another jurisdiction is. Recently, the local government association. Recently, there were local government elections in Victoria. In Victoria, by law, you have to undertake training before you put your hand in, as a councillor.
Right.
61 did not complete the training.
Mm-hmm.
61 people were excluded of take part in the elections. In the territory, there's no such requirement.
Right. So what does that then limit your pool of
Well, you get
ap- talent?
but I want people actually they put their hand to be councillors to represent the community because they really mean to represent the
Sure.
community,
Yeah.
not because they've got political affiliations
Mm.
or an axe to grind.
Yes.
Or like in some councils down in Victoria, we had people that their interest was more about freeing Palestine than actually looking about their free. There's nothing wrong free Palestine if your personal view, but
Sure.
council is not the place
Yeah. That.
to air that.
Mm-hmm.
Your council is a place where actually your average citizen
Mm.
comes and tells you what they need in your jurisdiction and you bring it to council.